one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story comes to us from sfgate.com out of the app Newsbreak. Governor Gavin Newsom has commuted the sentence of a Northern California man who committed a shocking murder for hire when he was 18 years old, says the governor's office. Arthur Battle, who's now 37, will soon be eligible for parole after spending his entire adult life behind bars. The case made headlines in 2006 when a trip to a Hollywood video near the Del Paso Country Club in Sacramento turned deadly. 19-year-old Varden Abramian, I think I said that right, headed inside to rent a movie as his father, Norik Abramian, who's 45, waited in the Kia. Gunshots rang out in the parking lot as multiple shooters fired into the vehicle, killing Abramian. Now, what seemed like a possible robbery gone wrong quickly unraveled into something closer to home. Investigators learned the getaway car was linked to Varden Abramian's acquaintances, Isaiah Dupree Barron, Battle, who was 18 at the time, and Jason Dillingham, who was also 18. Barron was 19. Now, prosecutors learned they'd agreed to kill Varden Abramian's father for a shockingly small sum, $3,000 for Barron and just $500 for Battle and Dillingham. On the stand, Abramian said his father, an unemployed church pastor at the time of his murder, was physically and emotionally abusive. He said that during one occasion, he tried to intervene as his father assaulted his mother. He showed the jury a scar that he said came from his father, then attacking him with a kitchen knife. Now, Abramian testified that he had paid to have his father killed, convinced that the man would kill someone in his family if he didn't do this. He said, "I just wanted him gone." That's what Varden Abramian said of his father. Prosecutors downplayed his motive, claiming the teenager had his father killed for financial gain. Separate juries found Dupree, Abramian, Dillingham, and Battle guilty of first-degree murder, and each man was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. In the years since his conviction, the governor's office said Battle has earned his GED. Although he had no hope of release, he continued his education and took college courses, said a press release. He currently works as an aide, serving other incarcerated people with disabilities, and is well guarded among corrections staff for his genuine commitment to the rehabilitative process. As such, Newsom has commuted Battle's sentence to 21 years of life. With 19 years already served, this means Battle will soon be eligible for hearings in front of the parole board, and it's possible he could be released. He is currently incarcerated at the California Healthcare Facility in Stockton, California. Now, quote, "This act of clemency for Mr. Battle does not minimize nor forgive his conduct or the harm it caused," wrote Gavin Newsom. He went on, "It does recognize the work he has done since to transform himself." Now, Dupree, Abramian, and Dillingham are all still incarcerated. Their sentences of life in prison without the possibility of parole remain. So the question is, why this Battle? Well, out of four of them that were convicted, life without the it said life without the possibility of parole for three of them, and then this Battle got 21 years to life. Why is he the one that, is it because he's the only one that has parole listed? Or is it because he's become such a good citizen in prison? Either way, I don't know. Yeah, this is a touchy one here. Uh, for what I'm about to say is that I feel, in my humble opinion, he deserves to spend the rest of his natural life in prison. Why? Because he took a man's life. That's how it is. Eye for an eye, ear for an ear, life for a life. He took a man's life, and maybe the man was abusive. Maybe he was, a monster, if you will, as a father. This battle still took a man's life. And now, at the age of 38, he might be out of prison before he turns 40, and he can spend the next 30 or 40 years free. I don't know. What do you all think? You let me know.